Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Traveling Tarot. Today is your daily psychic forecast for Wednesday, August 14th, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll, and this is a reading for the General Collective today. My hope, as it is every day, is that there will be something good and positive that you can glean from all of my readings, regardless of your present circumstance. And at the very least, my sincere prayer is that you finish this video feeling emboldened and empowered to make good and positive choices to help you live your very, very best life. Every day has its story, so let's get into today's story. And the major plot line for today is brought to us by the Ace of Raphael. There's the Ace of Raphael right there. And the Ace of Raphael says, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights. Interesting. There may be some of you out there today that are going through a breakup. There may be someone out there that is going through a really, really difficult and messy kind of breakup, whether it be a divorce or a separation, or you and your partner have decided to part ways. I feel as if this is speaking to you today in saying that, yeah, this hurts right now. This hurts really, really bad right now. And it's incredible that you're getting through it moment by moment, let alone day by day. And Spirit is wanting you to know that Spirit understands and Spirit is there. You may not feel as if Spirit is there for you today, but Spirit is there. You may feel as if you're all alone in this, but Spirit is telling you that in fact, you're not alone. You have angels surrounding you. You have your spirit guides surrounding you. You have your ancestors surrounding you. You have people of love and light, spirits of love and light that are surrounding you every moment of every day. They are holding you. They are cradling you. They are supporting you. And I know that it doesn't feel like that right now. I know that you may feel adrift out there on a sea of loneliness and pain and sadness, overwhelming sadness. But the first thing that the Ace of Raphael is saying is that, first of all, you are not alone. And second of all, a new positive emotional experience is coming your way. People come into our lives for a very, very specific reason. People come into our lives to either teach us lessons, have us teach them lessons, or a combination of both. And once that person has fulfilled their purpose in your life, or that you have fulfilled your purpose in their lives, a couple of things can happen, especially in romantic relationships. A couple of things can happen. One, the relationship will end and you two will go your separate ways. Or the relationship will evolve and turn into something different. But regardless, what this card is saying is that a new positive emotional experience is coming your way. And not only that, but a fulfilling romantic relationship is coming your way. And you may not be ready for that right now, and Spirit understands that. But I think more than anything else, Spirit is saying, don't give up on love. Don't give up on the idea of love. Don't give up on the idea that love is meant for you. Don't give up on the idea of love at all. Because there is someone out there for you. He or she or they may not show up right now, but that person is out there for you. And so I just encourage you not to give up on love. Even though it hurts right now, I understand it hurts like hell right now. I get it. I really, really do. But don't give up on love. Allow yourself to heal. Give yourself a moment in time to heal. And then allow love back into your life. But don't give up on it. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on yourself. Just don't give up. And finally, the Ace of Raphael is saying deep and lasting spiritual insights. Again, with the teaching of lessons. People come into our lives for us to either teach them lessons or for them to teach us lessons, or again, a combination of the both. Very often those lessons are painful. Very, very often people shine a reflection back to us of things in our own selves that perhaps we weren't ready for. Well, actually, we were ready for it, or else they wouldn't show up in our lives. But perhaps we have been putting off facing in our own lives. Perhaps that evolution could have only taken place in this particular relationship. Perhaps spiritual evolution could have only taken place with this breakup. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, I get it. I know that does not make it feel better at all. I get that. But sometimes when we're broken, sometimes when we're in such deep pain, sometimes that's when the real evolution can only happen. Sometimes that's the only way that we can actually evolve, is through deep and abiding pain. But it doesn't abide forever. Allow yourself to feel everything that you need to feel. And know that you're not alone. So that's the big plot for today. But there are a couple of subplots that we need to look at for today. And the first subplot comes to us courtesy of the Six of Gabriel. There's the Six of Gabriel right there. And the Six of Gabriel says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, or promotions. Okay. These two, of course, are connected. Don't blame yourself. Very often when relationships go sideways, or relationships fail, we turn the blame on ourselves and we say, is there something that I did wrong? Is there something I could have done better? Is there something I could have done differently? This is saying, don't blame yourself. You were supposed to go through that particular journey. You were supposed to go through that particular love journey. You were supposed that love journey was only supposed to take you so far. And you were supposed to make the rest of the journey alone, at least for right now. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Meaning you're learning whatever lesson that the universe had for you this time. You're learning it. And congratulations, you're doing a great job. You're doing a wonderful job. So yeah, you did what you were supposed to do in that particular scenario, in that particular relationship. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. And don't beat yourself up for it. Because where you are now, where you were in the relationship and where you are now is exactly where you're supposed to be. This is saying, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. You did it. You were supposed to go through this particular trauma. You were supposed to go through this particular relationship, and you made it through that relationship. It may hurt like hell, and you may not understand it right now, but you did exactly what you were supposed to do. And the universe is saying, it's okay. Congratulations, you actually made it through this particular roadblock. You made it through this particular scenario and situation so that you could evolve more, and you did. Again, it may not feel like that, and I keep on repeating that over and over again because I get it intimately, that when you're in the middle of something so painful like a breakup, it may not feel as if you are doing anything right, but the universe is saying that you are. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. And the time is to move on to the next project. Now, there is no time limit on grief. There is no time limit on being able to sit in that grief and experience that grief fully. I would encourage you to take your time, but the universe is saying when you are ready, as soon as you are ready, it's time to move on to the next project. You will know when it's time to move on. You will know when you are ready. Don't push that. Don't force that. You will know. Again, I can't emphasize enough, there is no time limit on grief. Your friends and family and loved ones may have moved on from the situation, but you may be still stuck in it. That's okay. When the time is right, you will know. The Six of Gabriel is connected to the Six of Wands in the Rider-Waite deck. And the Six of Wands is all about victory and taking that victory lap and being celebrated for having gone through that. This is saying when you're ready to take that victory lap, the universe will be right there. And the universe will be there with their pom-poms and their cheerleading outfits. And they will be cheering you on. They'll be rah-rah-rahing you on. And they'll be whooping it up and bigging you up and celebrating your victory. Again, and I'm saying this over and over, and I think that there's a reason for that. It may not feel like that right now. And I get it. It may not feel that way right now, but you are victorious. You are moving on. You are evolving. And when you are ready to take that victory lap, the universe will be right there. And the final thing the Six of Gabriel is saying is awards, scholarships, or promotions. I think this is more having to do more with your spiritual evolution and, the reward of actually learning the lesson that you were supposed to learn, and then moving on from that onto the next thing, onto the next level. There is a reward for that, and it's your spiritual evolution. So you did the right thing. You did the exact right thing. You did the right thing to get you where you are right now. And when the time is right, make sure to take that victory lap. And comment down below when you do take that victory lap, and I'll be sure to grab my pom-poms and celebrate that victory lap with you. So let's go on finally to the last subplot of today. Give these cards a good little shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And our last subplot of today is brought to us by the Wheel, Archangel Jeremiel. And there it is. This card is connected to the Wheel of Fortune card in the Rider-Waite deck. And the wheel is saying new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. And there you go. I think the new beginning is within you, actually. I think the new beginning is you learning, again, Six of Gabriel, or I should say Ace of Raphael, you learning the lessons that you were supposed to learn. And the new beginning is a new you. Very often in our lives, we're saying, I'm looking for that person. I'm looking for the person that is this, or I'm looking for the person that does that, or I'm looking for the person that is this, that, or the other thing. The Wheel is saying and encouraging us to be that person. Be the person that you want to attract in your life. A change in direction that offers happiness. Very often we're looking outside of ourselves for things that we should be looking inside ourselves for. I think this is saying a change of direction is a change of an attitude, a change in our thought processes, a change in the way we move through life. Instead of saying, I'm looking for this person, instead of saying, I'm searching for this person, say, I am this person. A silly example coming from my own life. I hate killing big bugs. I hate killing big bugs. An ant, okay. A little tiny thing, okay. A cricket, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's gross. It's just disgusting. And so for the longest time, I said, I need a man who has no problems with killing big insects. No problems at all. Will stomp a big insect without blinking an eye, because I can't do that. And here recently I decided, okay, if I want to attract that element into my life, then I kind of need to be that particular element. And so while killing big insects is probably still one of the things that completely grosses me out, I always tell myself before I have to do it, Stephen, put your big girl panties on. Put your big boy boxers on and do this. Because you are a billion times bigger than this little cricket. Yeah, it'll be gross for a second, but then it'll be over. silly little example. But going a little bit deeper, perhaps you're like, I want someone that will love me for who I am unconditionally. Then maybe you need to start loving other people for exactly who they are unconditionally. You want someone that will be 100% loyal. Well, maybe you need to be 100% loyal. You want someone who will be a good provider. Well, maybe you need to be a good provider. You want someone who is not afraid of commitment. Well, maybe you need to be more committed in the things that you do. It's important that we be what we're trying to attract into our lives. The wheel is saying, because we went through this Ace of Raphael, because we went through this emotional pain, and the Six of Gabriel, because we're coming out the other side of that, our attitude needs to change now. Now that we have learned whatever lesson that we need to learn, perhaps our attitude needs to change in that I am going to be the best possible version of myself. Every morning when I wake up, it is my good and positive intent for that day to be the best possible version of Stephen I can be for that day. And I encourage you to do that as well. Not be the best possible version of Stephen, unless your name is Stephen, and then please be the best possible version of Stephen you can. But in all seriousness, be the best possible version of you every day. Set that intent. The wheel is encouraging us to set that intent every day. I am going to be, excuse me, because that's language matters, words matter. Instead of saying, I am going to be the best possible version of myself today, say, I am the best possible version of myself today. And as we were talking about yesterday, acting as if, do that today. Act as if. I am the best possible version of Belinda today, or I am the best possible version of Johnny, or Susie, or Mary, or Peter. I am the best possible version of me, and then acting that way all day long. Again, a change in direction that offers happiness. Instead of looking outward, look inward. Be the best possible version of yourself every day. And while they say opposites attract, like attracts like as well. If you're being the best possible version of yourself, then you are drawing people into your life that are the best possible version of them as well. And eventually, perhaps you will meet the person that enhances you and makes your experience deeper, and perhaps the next person you meet will be that person that will last your whole life through. We'll see. But being the best possible version of yourself is definitely a step that you need to take. So to recap, the Ace of Raphael, you went through it, you're going through it, I get it. It hurts like hell. You don't think you'll ever love again. You're going through something really, really painful, a really, really painful breakup. And it's because it's time for an evolution. You had to go through that for a spiritual evolution. No, it doesn't make it any better. But that's what that's saying. The Six of God, Gabriel, is saying you did exactly what you were supposed to do. Stop beating yourself up. You went through that relationship for a very, very, very specific reason. Stop beating yourself up for that. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. There is no time limit on grief. Allow yourself to grieve as long as necessary. When it is time to let go of that grief, you will know. And you will know when it is time to take that victory lap to say, I have grown, I have evolved, which leads us to the wheel. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. I have a new attitude for those of us that are the olds. In fact, for everybody, YouTube Patti LaBelle's new attitude, and make that your anthem for today. Ooh, 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 ooh. I got a new attitude. I am the best possible version of myself every day, and I attract the best possible versions of other people, and I attract that person that is going to enhance and deepen my spiritual evolution by enhancing and deepening the best parts of me and the worst parts of me, and will lift me up to the next level because I'm attracting the best that is out there. And so that is our main storyline for today. And what a powerful storyline. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Someone out there I know is going to be touched by this, and someone out there I know is going to be inspired by this, and someone out there I know is going to glean a little bit of hope from this, be encouraged by this, and be empowered by this. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of today. And see what specific things may be in store for us today. Let's give this a couple of shuffles. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then, of course, we'll cut it into 3 because I like 3s. Actually, I like 4s, but I always cut my cards into 3s for some reason. 4 is my life path number in numerology, and I know that's completely besides the point. Actually, 4s follow me more than 3s, but for some reason, I always cut my cards into 3s, or I have my clients cut the cards into 3, and then I tell them to put it back any way they want to, and then we turn over cards and see what messages we may receive. This was going to be the just in case card, but Spirit told me to turn it over anyway, and so I did. Okay. So first we start with the 8 of Wands, and there it is right there. The 8 of Wands. A little bit of tarot trivia for you. The 8 of Wands is the only card in the Rider-Waite deck that does not feature a human or an animal in it. It's just wands. It's the only deck or card in the deck that does that. So a little bit of trivia for you. But the 8 of Wands is the blessings card. 8 of Wands means that blessings are coming your way, and they're coming your way quickly. Whatever you are going through today, know that blessings are on the way. Today may have been a rough day. You know, when we're tying it into this, you may have spent last night crying about your situation, or this morning crying about this situation, or you may be watching this video crying. I really hope that you're not, because it's never my intent to make anyone cry. You may be feeling pain and hurt and everything that is all the negative, and well, not Grief is not negative. All of the grief related emotions that go along with a breakup, know that blessings are coming your way. They really are. Again, it may not feel that way, but the universe is sending you blessings even through your grief. The universe is sending you blessings each and every day. You may not realize it, but the universe is always working on our behalf. The universe is always working toward our advancement and our evolution. And so just know that the universe, again, is with us, just like the Ace of Raphael, which is interesting. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Raphael are the same card, and we'll get into that in a minute. But the universe is with us, and the universe is sending us blessings. Be open to blessings. Another Patti LaBelle song, when you feel blessed, it feels like heaven. Definitely look up that song, and then of course don't block the blessings. Be open to the blessings that are coming your way. Take it for granted. Sometimes when we're in the middle of grief, it's all we can do to, as I said before, to get through the moment. Perhaps the universe is saying, take it for granted that blessings are coming your way. Just take it for granted that every day you're receiving blessings, and then say thank you. Say thank you every day for whatever blessings, known and unknown, that come to you throughout the course of your day. Just take a moment to say thank you for them. The Knight of Swords, it's in the reverse position, and there's our Mr. Knight running upside down. There he is. And what I'm getting from this card is change is slow. Allow the process to take its time. You know, again, with the Six of Gabriel, we were talking about allowing yourself to grieve on your own timetable. I think this is more connected to the Wheel card. I think this is saying whatever change is going to happen, it's going to be slow. It's not going to happen just like that, because change rarely happens just like that. Allow it to take its time to change. You know, I often say, however old you are, it's been those many years that you have acted a certain way. And since you have made the choice to change, the Wheel card, because you have made the choice to be a different person, the Wheel card, because much like Patti LaBelle, you've got a new attitude, like the Wheel card, you gotta cut yourself some slack when you're moving forward. Because like I said, for however long that you have lived, it's been those many years that you have lived in a certain fashion. Cut yourself some slack as you're changing into something new. Will it take as long as you have lived so far? No, but it will take time. And the Knight of Swords is saying, take your time. If it were in the if it was in the upright position, it would be saying, you know, full speed ahead. But this is saying, you know what, pump your brakes a little bit. Allow the process to take as long as the process will take. Be conscious about it every day. The Knight of Swords, sword cards are all about the mind and about the intellect. So make sure that you're consciously choosing to be the best possible version of you, the Wheel card, each and every day. Make sure that you that intent is at the forefront of your mind each and every day. Set that intent. Take it for granted that that intent is manifesting each and every day, and then allow it to take however long it's going to take. Knight of Swords. The Ace of Cups. This is actually the Ace of Raphael in the other deck that we were using. I think in this card, it's actually connected to the Eight of Wands here. I think it's saying that emotionally you're about to become a different person. Emotionally you're about to deepen. Emotionally you're about to expand. Spiritually you're about to expand and deepen. You are in the middle of an evolution, Ace of Raphael. You are in the middle of this evolution. Who you are today will be completely different than who you are a year from now. You are going to be so much deeper. You are going to be so much wiser. You are going to be so much more loving and compassionate and caring than you are today. A year from now, when you look back on yourself, you'll be like, who is that person? And if not that, certainly, I love that person. I love that that person chose to take this journey. And I love that that person allowed themselves to evolve into the person that you will be a year from now. This is giving me so much hope for you guys out there. This is giving me so much hope. And I hope that it gives you hope as well. Whatever pain that you're going through today, whatever grief that you're going through today, know that this won't last forever, and this too shall pass. And because you're learning the lessons that you're supposed to learn, Six of Gabriel, you're going to be so much more and so much better than you are today, because all of this grief and pain only lasts for a season. It may not feel like that right now, but please know that your grief will only last for a season. And when you look back on this time, you will be so very grateful. So very grateful that you went through it, because it has created within you a deepness that you didn't even know was possible. It will create in you a capacity to love that is deeper than you ever thought possible. Your ability to love, be compassionate, to be caring, to be kind, to be giving is going to be so much deeper than it is today, and it's because of what you're going through right now. And I hope that that gives you hope today. Finally, the Hierophant. It's in the reverse position. And I may need a little bit of clarity on this unless Spirit speaks to me right now about it, but there's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is all about rules. The Hierophant is all about following rules, and it's very much the card of religion and dogma and rules and all of that. But it's in the reverse position, and I'm trying to get from the universe what exactly what the connection to the other 6 cards is. So I'm going to need a little bit of clarification on this. Can you please clarify the Hierophant for me? Can you please clarify the Hierophant for me? Can you please clarify the Hierophant for me? Thank you. chaos. Chaos is over. Chaos is about to be done. Chaos is about to be over. And I think that this has to do... Okay, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. I'm getting it. I'm getting information. I'm getting information. The Hierophant. You've done a wonderful job. This is connected to the Six of Gabriel. So there may be some out there saying, you know what, I did everything right and it still didn't work out. I followed the rules and it still didn't work out. I was the best possible version of me that I thought, and it still didn't work out. Why didn't it work out when I was following all the rules? Sometimes the rules don't apply. And what I mean by that is you may have thought you were following all the rules, and you may have thought that you were doing what you were supposed to be doing. But what the Sixth of Gabriel is saying is that perhaps there's something deeper going on than, following the rules, being the perfect wife or the perfect husband or the perfect boyfriend or the perfect girlfriend. There's something deeper going on. There was a deeper lesson that needed to be learned, and it wasn't because you missed out on some of the rules. It wasn't because you weren't doing what you were quote-unquote supposed to be doing. There was a deeper lesson that actually goes beyond rules with that. There's a deeper lesson that goes beyond what you thought was right and proper at the time. Very often when we follow the rules, we find that things still don't work out. But the Six of Gabriel is saying, it's okay. You're still doing a wonderful job. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. Yes, you did follow the rules and things didn't work out anyway, but you did exactly what you were supposed to do. Stop beating yourself up. Chaos in the upright position means that there's a lot of chaos around you. Chaos, the Five of Wands in the reverse position can often mean there's a lot of chaos within yourself. And so what this is saying, and again, thank you, universe, for that information, stop beating yourself up. Just stop it. This breakup happened because it was supposed to happen. Stop beating yourself up. There is absolutely nothing that you could have done to have fixed the situation. Stop beating yourself up. So, to recap these four, blessings are coming your way. Be thankful each and every day for the known and unknown blessings that happen to you each and every day. And take it for granted that blessings are coming your way each and every day. The Knight of Swords, cut yourself some slack as you are evolving into a new person. It's going to take some time. Allow yourself the time to become that person that you're supposed to become. The Ace of Cups, a year from now, you're going to look back at this experience and be grateful that you went through it, because your capacity to love unconditionally and everything that goes along with that has deepened and expanded and broadened larger than you ever thought possible. Sometimes even when and finally with the Hierophant and the Five of Wands in the reverse position, sometimes even when we follow all the rules, things still don't work out. But that's because perhaps they're not supposed to work out in the way that we plan them to work out. The Six of Gabriel is saying you're doing everything right. And you're supposed to be in the position that you're in right now. And finally, the Five of Wands in the reverse position. Stop beating yourself up over it. Just stop beating yourself up over it. All right, so I hope all of that makes sense. And we're going to do an affirmator. And appropriately enough, we're going to do the love and relationship affirmator. So we'll pull this out and do a little shuffle, 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 and see what our affirmation for today is. One, two, three. And again, Spirit is saying to grab from the bottom after I cut, and so I'm going, well, okay, no, now the Spirit is saying grab from the top, so okay, Spirit, I will grab from the top. And self-worth, the self-worth card. There it is. I cast off all concerns about what people think of me. I know I'm a totally kick-ass person, and my kick-assness can never be diminished by rejection. So people can think what they think and feel what they feel. In the meantime, I'll just keep on knowing what I know without thinking about what they are thinking about what I already know. I think. Self-worth. Love. And this actually, and I'll read it one more time. I cast off all concerns about what people think of me. I know I'm a total kick-ass person, and my kick-assness can never be diminished by rejection. So people can think what they think and feel what they feel. In the meantime, I'll just keep on knowing what I know without thinking about what they are thinking about what I already know. I think. You are a kick-ass person. Just because this relationship did not work out does not diminish the fact that you are a kick-ass person. You are wonderful, just the way that you are. And again, just because this relationship did not work out does not diminish you and who you are as a spirit at all. It does not diminish you at all. And that is your affirmation for today. And my personal affirmation as we close this out is always to love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself fully. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself first and foremost. And again, love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first, and I promise everything else will fall into place. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.